Hey guys, this is Ada. Come on in the room. Today we're gonna make sea moss. And this is what it looked like before it's processed. This is what it looked like after it's processed. And so what I'm gonna do, we're gonna blend it and we're gonna make it into something that you can take every day, a spoonful if you so choose. Okay guys, my videos are not edited, so I want you to know that up front. If you want to watch the video but you don't want to watch all of it, it's moving too slow, just speed it up. You may find valuable information, I don't know, but this is the way it looked before, and we're going to process it here and you'll see what it looks like after. Some of you may have heard of sea moss, some of you may haven't. But what is sea moss? Okay, it contains like 102 minerals, and those minerals consist of phosphorus, iron, copper, magnesium. It has a lot of minerals in it, guys. And it's very good because it contains iodine, and iodine is good for numerous things in the body, so many body functions. Iodine is good for, and we know that these days and time we don't quite get enough iodine in the food, so sea moss can be a good source of iodine. Okay, and a lot of women, you know, really could benefit from sea moss because it's found in the breast tissue, it's found in the ovaries, it's found in different areas of the body for women, and it can be really helpful, guys. But just getting minerals in your body in general, you can't go wrong. You know, whether you get them through the sea moss, whether you choose to take a liquid mineral or what have you, taking minerals, you can't go wrong. So without further ado, we're going to get started. So here's my sea moss, guys. This is about 1.5 cups. And on the instructions, it says to use 1 cup of sea moss to 1.5 to 2 cups of water. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use that 1.5 cup, and I'm going to use about 2 cups of water. So this is 2 cups of water, guys. And what I'm gonna do to mine, I'm gonna add some strawberries. I'm gonna infuse some fruit in them. And see, I have these strawberries. And I'm just gonna cut the little green off. You don't have to, but I'm gonna cut it off. And I'm gonna add the strawberries to my sea moss. See how, that's a big one. But anyway, we're gonna do that, and that's all I'm gonna add. I don't need to add anything else. You know, I may add a little stevia for sweetener, just because if I want to take it right off the spoon, it'll have a little sweetener on it. The sea moss that I was buying, guys, it wasn't, most of the time it wasn't infused with fruit, and it really didn't have a taste, so you know, it's kind of hard to take. And it was a lot thicker than what I'm gonna make. And I would just add that to my smoothie. So, you know, you can add it to your smoothie. You can take it right off the spoon. This that I'm going to make, you'll be able to take it right off the spoon. So I'm going to go ahead and put the top on this, and we're going to blend it up, and I'll be right back. Now, guys, this will make about, and you know what, it's gelatinous. And this, I still use too much because it only takes a very small amount to make the sea moss. And what I'm probably going to end up doing is freezing the jar, because it'll last about 2 weeks in the fridge. And as it sit, it's going to get a little bit thicker. But you can take that right off the spoon, guys. Now, if you choose to make it thicker, don't add so much water. I could have added 1 cup and it would have been really thick. But I don't want mine really thick because I want to be able to take it off the spoon. And as I told you guys, I'm going to add some stevia to mine. Yep, okay, here it is. And this is a natural sweetener. So I'm just going to add that, and I'm going to go blend it up a little more. And it don't take much stevia. You can over sweeten it. And as you can see, guys, it has a nice little texture there. And I'm gonna add it to this jar, and I'm gonna stick it in the refrigerator. And you can start off with like a teaspoon and move up to a tablespoon. Now what it does, it gives you lots of energy. It gives me lots of energy. The only thing I struggle with being consistent, because you know I do take a lot of other things. So we're gonna put it in this jar, and as you see, I'm gonna probably get another jar of it. But if you put it in the refrigerator, it's gonna thicken some more. So now if you don't want it, you want it a different consistency, just add less water. I just followed the instructions because I had about a half a cup, and so I added 2 cups because it said 1 cup of sea moss to 1.5 to 2 cups of water, and I actually had 1/2 cup of the sea moss. So it's gonna get thicker, and I'm gonna freeze this jar, but I'm also gonna have maybe another jar and a half. So I'm gonna stick 1 in the refrigerator and freeze the other 2. So let's go ahead and okay. And I have a little bit left, so that'll make a 1/4 of a jar. So you can make it, guys, yourself, and you can give some to family members. But now, this is my 2nd time making the sea moss, and this is the wild crafted. And if you can tell, I haven't even begun to touch this bag as far as the amount I have left. Now this will make, I don't know how many more jars, because it only take a little. A little goes a long way. And so I had not even, let me see. I probably had this much, guys. And this is how much sea moss I've made. And like I say, it will become more gelatinous as it sits in these jars again, but this expands. So you have to be careful so that you won't make too much, because it doesn't take a whole lot, and because it expands. And you let it sit from 6 to 36 hours. Mine sat about, I want to say about 24 hours, maybe 30. But if you want to make it faster, you can let it sit. You can put it in hot water, and you can get, make it in about 6 hours, or immediately once it expands. You do have to rinse it off, wash it off, because it comes from the sea, of course. And like I said, I rinse mine 2 or 3 times just to get rid of the residue. But like I said, guys, this is what I got. And you can take it right off the spoon. It's the consistency that you can take it off the spoon. Now the next time, I'll probably add maybe a cup of water, or a cup and a half of water. So with that being said, guys, that is my sea moss video. And if you're interested in making your own, this is wild crafted sea moss. It's from Red's Kitchen Sink, and I got it off Amazon. And I do have an affiliate link that I'll be adding as soon as I can. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video and it was informative, please give me a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.